More Q&As with you guys. This one is from Casey Hayes. Please show us and discuss your parallel chains for bass and keyboards along with your parallel mix bus or mix buses that feed into your 2-bus stereo master. Thanks, long time sub and huge fan. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna show you because these are on the chair Q&As with the system off, but my parallel buses, I do parallel a lot of things, almost everything in a mix. What I don't parallel is my mix. I don't parallel my entire mix. There's always something off for me with parallel in a mix. And it doesn't matter if it's analog or digital, if it's you parallel it in the box or out of the box. For me, it never sound right. It never sound right. And when you do parallel a mix, it's so easy to fool yourself with level, you know, because at that point you have to have it basically 2 separate buses with just your mix and your mix plus the parallel, and level match those two to the 10th of the dB, and then hear the difference. And that, it's a hassle for me, and it's not practical with when you work with analog. And I never, to be honest, felt the need to parallel my mix. And probably because I parallel so many other things in my mix. And I usually have a parallel for kick, snare, toms, full drum. For my basses, because you specifically ask about it, one parallel is always there, no matter what. It is just for general density, grit, more presence, helping with the dynamics, helping with everything. If I do have more than one parallel, and I can have up to 3 on a bass, is because I need a stereo parallel, for which I will probably cut most of the low end and keep just the mid-range and use my tricks to make it stereo. Of course, pay attention to phase. I can't reveal all the secrets, but I do that. I can have one for distortion, like pure distortion, and then one, if I split the bass, at that point I will have also a parallel for the sub only. And of course, when you do something like this, you need to have a perfect understanding of phase relationship within parallel channels. That's why I've been stressing for a decade at this point how important it is to understand what EQ does, especially when you start paralleling, and what to do and what not to do when you have a setup like this. All my parallel channels, so let's say all the single drums and then my drum bus and then all the bass tracks and all the parallel, they go to each individual dedicated output bus. So the entire drum bus, which includes all the parallels. Before we continue, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixBus TV member, access the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses, start to finish, mastering courses on many different genres and a lot more. If you like the video, you want to support the channel, either grab some merch or use the super thanks down here. Let's go back to the video. Then the entire bass out with all the parallel for bass. Same for guitars if I do that, same for synths and keyboards if I do that, same for vocals. And then these, on my mixes, you recognize them if you have any of my courses because I make them black in color. So all the direct and the parallel, they all bus into what I call the out buses or the instrument buses. So, and then all these goes to the mix bus. And I don't, like I said, parallel my mix. This has 2 purposes. First of all, I have all my volumes when I start automating in 5-6 faders as opposed to 120. And second, because I can do processing on those, especially with hardware. And third, when I go print stems for the client, they want a TV mix, an acapella or whatever else, you just grab the output from those. So this is how my parallel setups are for the most part in my mixes. I hope this answered the question. If you guys have more questions, you know what to do. Leave them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe and see you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grab my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so gone, my type. Don't you know I fall for the bad type? You play the role of an angel pretty well.